Hey, it's Mr. Lauren, and I wanted to give you a quick tour of my virtual classroom so you can get an idea of how you can set one up at home too. It's so easy, you don't need much. If you have a phone, that's pretty much all you need to set up your virtual classroom, and maybe the Zoom app or however you want to communicate with your kids. A YouTube account to post some activities is a great idea. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of what I've got going on down here. It looks a little busy, but it's pretty simple. One of the things you'll notice here is I set up a classroom, kind of typical to what my room at school looks like. I teach preschools students, so we have our calendar, and it's all set up for April. And some of the activities I do, I end up putting the work that I did on the wall just so that it shows up on camera. The kids can kind of see what I'm doing, and then some familiar objects that they're used to from the classroom. I didn't have time to grab a calendar, so these are all printed just through pages through Mac, like a Word document. Circle time, here's a lot of songs here. I go through the alphabet with the kids each morning. These are the little Wilson cards for phonetics, and then I do attendance with the kids, covered up their faces, but I take the little photo and I hold it in front of the computer, and I'll ask who's here when we're doing our Zoom circle time. And that's kind of a neat little touch. So some of the familiar things, I even brought our cockroaches home. A lot of little extra toys and things here too that I can pull from when I do little lessons. I have my computer all set up here, and I just have it on a little table. So this is where I can do my Zoom calls and my Zoom circle time for my families. I can do my FaceTime conferences and things like that as well. This is kind of the view everyone gets when they're watching me teach a lesson. So I'm trying to get a bird's eye view of my lesson. Anything I want to do towards me, I can just turn the, use a different tripod or turn that towards me. One of the more essential elements of your recording is your sound quality. So right now I'm just speaking, and my phone itself, which is an iPhone, is picking up through its microphones, picking up my voice. One other option is a lavalier mic, which is the one that has a little clip. So you can just pick these up online. They're relatively inexpensive. This one has a 3.5 millimeter end, you can see, and it has 3 little rings, which means it's adaptable for the iPhone. Apple makes it very difficult to record voice using microphones. The one other aspect you're going to want is what they call is a dongle. It's a little adapter. So one end is this 3.5 millimeter plug that fits in, and the other half is the lightning attachment, so it can go right inside your iPhone, and that way you can pick up sound. Just remember, when you want to listen back to your recording, you won't be able to hear the recording unless you unplug it from the phone. So the playback you have to unplug, but of course you'll be checking to make sure it's working and picking up your voice. The selfie sticks I really don't use too much. I can see where it'd be advantageous to try it for some activities, maybe outside as you're exploring and working with your kids. Here's just a small little tripod that has little spider legs that kind of adapt and bend. This is the tripod here that extends, gets a little taller. You can see it has a different kind of mount on here. That's adjustable sideways and down. That's the Woohoot brand, just this top part. There's also a boom stand over here. It's for microphone, and it goes up pretty tall. And I have on here a cell phone attachment. It's intended for like reading. Clips onto a nightstand, but I find I just kind of sneak it around this this boom arm here, and then I can face it down so that I can do some lessons at a table. Lighting I've been using is this Casio brand. They're on tripods, they adjust, and they provide tons and tons of light. So this lighting is pretty easy. It's kind of neat inside. It just has a Velcro cover. They're really light. There's a big old bulb in there that's too bright for me to show you. You always need your power. And I like using, this is a document camera there, it's a Ladybug, and I can hook that up to the computer. And the final piece of technology really is just a green screen. It's just a sheet that I lower down in front of my calendar here, and that I can use as a nice backdrop when I want to add some different elements. I don't want to forget things. So when I do my Zoom circle, we do, good morning and my greeting to them, and we talk about the calendar, all the different things that we do through our morning routine generally at circle time. And then I do a music class as well, so I make sure that I have my little set list here so I don't forget any songs. And then I always make sure that I remember to record, and that's kind of important, to record your Zoom or your Google Meet so that you have proof of what what you demonstrated and what you said. There may be others tuning in too and recording. So and then I have a list of all my kids' names. I have it covered up here, but that's so I don't forget anybody when I'm talking on the computer or addressing the kids. Is your audience. So we want to talk about your students and your families because you're going right directly into their homes. They're going to watch you on the screen. So what kinds of things are they interested in learning? What are they responding really well to? So that's great feedback to get from your families. What's keeping the kids engaged? What activities are they enjoying the most? And what else would they like? Is there something different? Check with your audience, see how they're responding. It's a little harder than when you're in the classroom. Now you're talking to a screen, so you need to find out exactly what they're responding well to from them. All right, you've got your lesson recorded, everything's good to go. The best and easiest way to upload your lesson for your students to access is just simply to upload it to YouTube. It's the most convenient, it doesn't take lots of memory and data storage and transferring of files and compressing files. All you have to do is record your lesson straight and narrow the whole way through. Then you can just upload it to YouTube. So you got to start your YouTube channel and then just upload that video. You're given a link and you can send that link on to your families, and there's your lesson. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you can walk away with at least one thing that you learned today, and I'd be more than happy to listen and hear what things are working for you and what didn't work, and answer any questions. Just put them in the comments below. You're a teacher, you know we adapt well. We have to think outside the box, and this is a big box we're thinking outside of. So keep at it. Thanks for all your work, and enjoy.